Hey everybody, Aaron Rift here from NoDQ.com to give you my SummerSlam 2014 predictions. Real quick, I will be at SummerSlam this Sunday in person at Staples Center for the 6th straight year to cover the event for NoDQ.com. NoDQ will have the usual live coverage on the website, so check that out and check my thoughts on SummerSlam as it happens. With that out of the way, let's get down to the card here. Let's start off with Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins in a lumberjack match. To be honest, I am not really a big fan of the lumberjack match stipulation. Usually it's very simple. You have the heel trying to escape, the babyfaces stop him. When the babyface goes outside, the heels gang up on him, and then everybody starts brawling. That is usually what happens in every lumberjack match. And I'm not really expecting anything different in this one. If anything, I think that the stipulation will hold back Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. And I hope that's not the case. I hope WWE has something planned for this match, something to make it stand out from your usual lumberjack match. I'd actually rather see just a straight up normal match between these two on pay-per-view, but they're doing the stipulation match in their first actual pay-per-view match, which doesn't make sense. One would think you would start off with a normal match and then do a stipulation in a rematch, but they're not doing that. They're having a lumberjack match. I think that it will be decent with these two. I'm hoping it will be very good. It should be one of the better matches on the show, so we'll see what happens with that. As far as who wins, at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, when the match was originally supposed to happen, I was going with Dean Ambrose to win because usually the Money in the Bank winner goes on a losing streak, and I could see Dean Ambrose winning the first match of this feud. So Dean Ambrose is my pick for the lumberjack match, and he also picked the match, so I think that it would make him look weak if he lost the match that he decided on. Next up, we have The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler, singles match for the IC title. I'm sure a lot of people out there would love to see Dolph Ziggler pick up the IC title, but WWE is in the middle of a renewed push for The Miz. The Miz just won the IC title. He's got this new Hollywood gimmick. So as much as I would like to see Dolph Ziggler win, I don't see it happening. I see Dolph Ziggler as just another guy to make The Miz look good. And unfortunately, that is Dolph Ziggler's role in WWE more or less. He is a guy that is making other people look good. I'd like to see him be the show stealer and do his thing. And I'm sure he will deliver a decent match with The Miz. I think it'll be a solid match, but I'm definitely going with The Miz to retain here. Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns in a singles match. Roman Reigns is in the middle of the biggest push of his career. He's got his singles run now. He's broken off from the Shield. They're grooming him to be the next big thing in WWE and possibly be the new John Cena, the new face of the company. I believe this is his first singles match on pay-per-view. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is one of his first high-profile singles matches, and because of that, I don't see him losing here. I think that the best finish is for Roman Reigns to beat Randy Orton and let this be the beginning of bigger things to come for him. So I'm going to have to go with Roman Reigns on this one. AJ Lee versus Paige, singles match for the WWE Divas Championship. Once again, AJ Lee just won the title not too long ago. She just came back, so I don't see her losing the title right away back to Paige. As far as the quality of the match, Money in the Bank wasn't really anything special, and unfortunately, I think this match is going to be positioned as the bathroom break match. It's going to be stuck between two big matches, and because of that, I just don't see it being given much time, and I don't think it's going to be anything to write home about. But as far as who wins, I definitely have to go with AJ Lee retaining the title. Jack Swagger versus Rusev in a flag match. This is a very interesting match, and I'm looking forward to this one quite a bit just because I think that this has been a hot feud, and Jack Swagger has gotten over as this all-American babyface. And him and Zeb Coulter have been coming out, doing the whole We the People bit. The fans are behind Jack Swagger. And I think that this match was booked specifically so Jack Swagger could beat Rusev. without Rusev having to do a pinfall or submission job. So I'm definitely thinking that Jack Swagger wins this, and USA gets the win here, and Jack Swagger waves the flag. One thing I would like to see, don't know if it's going to happen or not, but it very well could, where you have Rusev attacking Swagger after the match and beating him down, and who makes the save but none other than Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan does a run-in, or excuse me, walk-in. Hulk Hogan can come out. Maybe Rusev can throw himself into Hogan's fist, and you can have Hulk Hogan and Jack Swagger in the ring waving the American flag, and you could even have Hulk Hogan doing the We the People salute. I think that would be a great way to give the rub to Jack Swagger, and Hulk Hogan is going to be in LA for SummerSlam weekend. He's got his own discussion panel. He'll be part of the WWE 2K15 panel. So I think there's very much a possibility we'll see Hogan at the SummerSlam pay-per-view, and this would be the perfect opportunity for him to get involved and endorse Jack Swagger. Brie Bella versus Stephanie McMahon singles match. This is the Divas match that is going to be getting the attention. This is not going to be designed as a bathroom break match. It is Stephanie McMahon. It's going to be a high-profile match. All the more reason why I think AJ and Paige are going to be screwed at this pay-per-view. But regarding Brie Bella and Stephanie, a lot of ways that this can go. It's possible Daniel Bryan could be doing a run-in and he could get involved. Who knows what's going to happen now with this whole alleged cheating angle that they're doing. You could also have Nikki turn on Brie. That's been speculated. There's been speculation that Karma would return because they've been referencing it on Raw. Don't know if that's going to happen or not. So there's a lot of factors in this match. As far as a prediction, this one is tough to call. I'm not really sure who I would go with in this one. I think logically it makes sense for Stephanie to get the initial win, and you could do a rematch at some point, especially if Nikki turns on Brie and costs her the match, or Karma costs her the match, or Daniel Bryan comes out and something goes amiss. So I'm thinking when you look at the options here and then the various things that they could do, it seems more likely that Stephanie gets the win in this match. So I'll go with Stephanie, but it could really go either way. All right, 2 more matches here. Bray Wyatt versus Chris Jericho. And Rowan and Harper are banned from ringside. I would like to say that I'm excited about this match, but was not blown away by the Money in the Bank match. So my expectations, quite frankly, are not very high for this one. I wish I could say that this was going to be a really good match. I think that they're going to make the extra effort to make this a better match than the Money in the Bank match. Time will tell. I think a lot of it will have to do with how much the crowd is into it. I mean, they were fairly dead for that Money in the Bank match. So, if the crowd isn't hot for this, I think the crowd could very well make or break this match. So we'll see what happens. Chris Jericho's going to go out there and give it his best effort. Both guys will. So we'll see what happens. I mean, it has the potential to be great, but it could also be a very forgettable match. So we'll see what happens. As far as who wins, Jericho won the first one. Only makes sense here for Bray Wyatt to pick up the win and make it 1 apiece, and then they could have the rubber match at Night of Champions. So definitely have to go with Bray Wyatt for this one. And finally, the main event, John Cena versus Brock Lesnar for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. This should be an excellent match. This should be a very memorable main event. The match they had at Extreme Rules was awesome. I think that this one will match that one and possibly be even better. This could be one of the all-time great SummerSlam matches if the two of them are able to go out there and just destroy each other and have the fight to end all fights. And that's how WWE's billing it. They're billing it as the biggest fight of the summer. And, it's this big fight feel. So I'm expecting a very physical match with these two. Crowd heat should be off the charts. I'm expecting all the Cena suck chants and the Brock Lesnar chants. It's going to be an amazing atmosphere. Every year at Staples Center with John Cena matches, the crowd has always been really hot. So I think that this match will be very memorable. As far as the winner of this one, To me, you can only go one way, and that is Brock Lesnar winning. He is coming off the biggest win of his career, one of the biggest wins of all time, ending The Undertaker's streak. You need to keep that momentum going. You can use Brock Lesnar to eventually put over somebody like Roman Reigns and establish Roman Reigns as the top superstar by getting the rub off of Brock Lesnar, beating the guy that's the 1-21. So you really need to keep that momentum going with Brock Lesnar. To me, doing a screw job finish would be bad for business. On one hand, Brock Lesnar, if he wins the title, he's going to be around on a part-time basis. He'll probably have a few pay-per-view title defenses between now and WrestleMania, and we won't even see him that much. But WWE, I feel, is stuck now. They have to go with Brock Lesnar. They're going to have to go with a part-time champion for the next 6 months. Any other finish, to me, would be bad for business. I suppose you could have a finish where Brock and John do some kind of spot where they're both knocked out, and then you could have Seth Rollins come out and cash in on John Cena. But, to me, I think you need to have Brock Lesnar win. Anything else would make him look weak, and I think would take away from that big win at WrestleMania where he ended the streak. He needs to keep the momentum going. So Brock Lesnar is my pick. As I've said in other videos, it's hard to bet against John Cena, but in this case, I definitely have to pick Brock Lesnar. So there you have it for my SummerSlam predictions. Let me know what you think. What are your predictions? Post a comment, youtube.com/NoDQCW. Stay tuned to NoDQ.com for the latest regarding SummerSlam. And if you're going to be at SummerSlam or in the LA area, come hang out with the No DQ fans and myself and others. Jeff Meacham will be there. We'll be at the Hooters across the street after SummerSlam. It will start around 8:30, so come by, say hi if you're in the LA area, if you're at SummerSlam. Hope to see you. Every year it's always been a great time. Everybody's always enjoyed themselves, so hope to see some of you there. And I will see you guys next time. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, share it, Facebook, Twitter, and stay tuned to NoDQ.com for the very latest.